Hi, good day. My name is Chantal Stanley, and my product is the Caribbean Word Search. The Caribbean Word Search is a book that comprises of 42 puzzles. The main target audience are persons between the ages of 15 to 75 and older if necessary. Now, the intention behind creating the Caribbean Word Search was to create something unique to the Caribbean by highlighting the diversity, the culture, the food, the music of the Caribbean. Now, the parts that we have created are focused on topics such as music genres in the Caribbean, national dishes, where to get the best Creole food, and places to visit in the Caribbean. Now, when the Caribbean Word Search was created, and when I created it, I wanted to find a way to make the Caribbean stand out. And that was the intention behind the Caribbean Word Search. To make persons see that the Caribbean is just it has a lot to offer. Now, some of the topics in the Caribbean Word Search focuses on country, because the Caribbean is a big place. I would have put particular emphasis on Guyana and on Jamaica. For Guyana, I would have highlighted what are some of the national dishes where you can get the best Creole food in Guyana. When you come to Guyana, some of the best places to visit, some of the places to go and visit. And in terms of Jamaica, I would have highlighted some of the national dishes, their food, their desserts, and sweets. Now, although I would have highlighted for particular country, there are certain genres that I would have dealt with, the entire Caribbean. Those genres are topics like our soca music, reggae, dancehall, our calypso, our cricketers, our foods, and much more. Because of the Caribbean, there are certain content that I would not have included in the first book, but I intend to do so in the second book or when I create the app. Now, one of the reasons why I would have loved to create a Caribbean award center was because I saw that, especially during the COVID-19, persons do not have a lot to do. So I wanted to create something that can keep you occupied while keeping you active. You can learn new words, or you can go and have something to do in your spare time. Now, and next reason, the purpose I wanted to create the Caribbean World was that I wanted to create friendly competitions among friends and relatives, because of the fact that a word search is something that you can challenge someone with, and you can play, and then you can have someone who's better at it than someone else. Okay? And when I created this word search, I wanted to promote friendly competition in that we're family, and yes, I'm going to want to win, but then I'm going to want to realize that, you know what, as when I'm playing this game, I'm enjoying myself, I'm playing with my family, so it's not just about winning or losing, it's about having some family time. I also wanted to create a sense of nostalgia, because of the fact that in the Caribbean, most of our culture have been around for years, our music. And growing up, you listen to certain music, but as you get older, because of you listening modern music, but you also remember the Caribbean. So when I created this genre, and I would have mentioned my categories, my reggae category, my dancehall category, I would have wanted the person to remember when you're going through this category looking for these words, that when I was small, I used to love to listen to Bob Marley Redemption song or Three Little Birds, and then when I was doing my research, I thought, and I was like, it's been a while since I've listened to this song. So I wanted to create that, and I also wanted to create a space whereby the younger generation could have asked the older generation certain things. Because while I was doing it, there are certain things that I saw that I didn't know, or that, like, I saw names that I didn't know of certain places or fruits. And I asked my grandmother, what are these places? And she explained to me, and I was like, oh, or there was a fruit, and we call it one name, but then while I was doing it, I said it as another name, and I was like, I didn't even know that. So the intention behind the Caribbean word search was to create something that makes the Caribbean. It highlights our uniqueness, our culture, our diversity, our talents, our music, and everything about the Caribbean. As I end this thing, and as I end this presentation, I would like to say, let the search begin. I'll now give you a preview of what the Caribbean word search looks like. So this is our first book, and this is where can we get Creole food in Guyana. We have in Guyana we can get Creole food from places such as Guinness Bar, MZ Light, Beacon's Cafe, the Marians, Art and Spice. These are the mostly known places of getting Creole food in Guyana. Now, while I was doing my research, I would have recognized that these are, so I would have included those as well. And then, as it relates to the Caribbean, I would have included vegetables, which are mostly, which are mostly grown in the Caribbean. We have our Bora, our Corilla, our Bajan, our Belange, and such content stuff like that. Then I'll move over to music, and then we have our soca. This is our soca song 3. Now in this line we see songs that we would have, the songs that are, some of the songs are mostly from 2005 to this year. We have Baila Mami by Nyla Blackman, Close to Me by Kes and Shensia. All of the names were mentioned. These were the singers. We have Endless Summer by Kes, and these are some of the persons, the artists that grew up in the Caribbean, live in the Caribbean, and record in the Caribbean for certain occasions. We have our Marsh, our Mashamani, our Carnival, our Crop Over, and these are some of the talents that we usually see performing there. Then we have our reggae. Now reggae is a big topic in the Caribbean because of the fact that it's been around for years, and it dates back as far as the 19th century, with Bob Marley being one of the biggest reggae artists in the Caribbean. These are some of the reggae songs. We have our Buffalo Soldier, Could You Be Loved by Bob Marley, Electric Boogie, No Woman Don't Cry. And these are some of the most iconic songs as it relates to the Caribbean. Then we have the Guyanese A's and B's, and these are some of the words that are mostly indigenous to Guyana. We like to say Abidis, Aji. We love our Asha. We call our potatoes Alu. Yeah, then we grew up listening to Nancy stories. So these are the things that we would have identified as some of the important. Then we have our B's and C's, and these are some of the things that we have identified in the Caribbean. And with that, I would like to end my presentation of the Caribbean word search, and thank you for being here today.